Jangle. Jangle.
We have now entered the lab, episode 53, Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama. We deliver this episode for you on Friday. We're recording on a Thursday because my man Fort had a little hiatus due to a little work. We'll talk about that in a second because I didn't talk to him all week. So this episode will be a little short. We'll try to be abbreviated because next week we celebrate the 1 year anniversary of Enter the Lab, which is a great celebration, great episode for 54. But we'll keep it, we'll have some fun on this episode, keep it brief, talk about whatever we need to do over the last week and a half that we haven't recorded. But how was your weekend, whatever you want to call it, extended? I missed you. I feel like we haven't talked much while you were away, and then I feel like we haven't gotten into, not doing a podcast in a week and a half is really weird.
I know, no, it really is weird, man. Just the change up of, just being so consistent on a certain day to kind of just like switch it up is a little weird, but we all handle this stuff pretty well nowadays. We do a good job of it, and we will be going live next week.
Yes, I want to. So we will be going live. Let's promote it now. Thank you for bringing that up.
That's something, if you're listening, we will be going live. If you want to hop in and, say Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, keep Christ in Christmas, whatever you want to say, just hop on in to enter the lab and, give your 2 cents. But my week was cool, man. Just, went up to Greenville, North Carolina, and kind of got bamboozled. They told us it was going to be some training, but we really just did a bunch of work fixing monitors.
Yeah, is that what it was? I was confused by your text when I was trying to keep up to date, seeing if we would record early in the week. You kept on like acting a little stressed. I was like, all right, he's going through something.
Nah, it was cool. I'm not mad about it because I'm definitely, when it comes to learning and doing new things, I want to get into it, like into the nitty gritty and actually like do it. I can't I'm not going to learn something from someone being up there and clicking through a PowerPoint and just telling me what to do. I can't do that. So the fact that we did it was cool, but had they told us, hey, this is what you're going to be doing, I would have been a little bit more physically and mentally prepared for it. But it was just, it was easy stuff. Just there's this it was monitors, like touchscreen monitors, and we pretty much had to plug them in, test them, and if they were working, cool. If they weren't, there's a little board on the back where you plug everything up, all the wires and stuff. You had to take it off and replace it with a new one. That's pretty much what we did yesterday yesterday and the day before. So Tuesday and Wednesday, and it was easy stuff. We were inside like a warehouse the whole time, AC. So it's not like.
But you did a lot more physical work than you thought.
Yeah. We were chilling.
I get it.
Yeah, I just like being prepared for things. I
exactly.
Don't like, not being fucking thrown into left field shit out of
like
nowhere.
when you're told you're gonna come up for a training or a seminar or some type of whatever lingo they want to use, you don't expect to be working harder than you do Monday through Friday.
yeah. No, it was, but I definitely learned stuff and it was cool. It was worthwhile. Got some stuff to, just learn how to update the boards and the bill acceptors and stuff like that. So I can't even get mad at it.
All right, Pet. So
plus I had a hotel room to myself and
fire
chilling.
Good. Yeah. So this episode, obviously, unofficially, Billionaires Row, drink responsibly.
Be our boys.
Know what it is? You got to plug it real quick. Appreciate you, Billionaires Row intern for reposting all of our stuff. Keep reposting. We'll keep shouting y'all out.
I need a bottle.
we
Slide me a
do need a
bottle.
bottle. So next time you're here, do you have, did I ask you off record, on record? Are you coming down here for Christmas? What are you doing?
I will be
You have
down
a schedule?
as long as my bookie doesn't kill me by then. I will be down.
Well, you'll get down here, and then I won't see you. Then I'll know you died.
Oh shit! I will be down 22nd at night because the 22nd is like, so I think that's a Wednesday.
Yeah, next Thursday.
Yeah, it's a half day pretty much for us at work, and I'm just gonna drive down right after that.
Cool. All right,
Yep.
cool. So let's do this episode in reverse. Usually we save either shout outs or we save LABtalk, which is our new segment of the last 3 episodes, for the end. Because we want to be more efficient on this episode, we want to flip it and reverse it, as Missy Elliott said. Let's get into some LABtalk now. LABtalk.
Oh shit!
Maybe
All
we'll
right.
have a sponsor soon. We're working on some deals.
Need the deal. Need the deal.
Hashtag LABtalk. Yeah, let's get into, if you want to go to ones that were previously, and then work your way to the new, and then maybe save some for obviously the 1 year anniversary. It's up to you. You tell me what questions are suffice.
We got let's see here. Damn, I almost dropped my phone. You wanna go back to some of Katie's questions?
Yeah, drop one of those. Why not? Let's start off spicy. By the way, we did not wait, hold on. We did not pre-plan that we were both gonna rock beanies.
No, hey, shout out
on this
Buc-ee's.
episode.
Shout out Buc-ee's.
Shout out the Panthers. I was in the building on Tuesday. We got
Shout
a
out
dub.
Buc-ee's. Shout out Buc-ee's.
Yeah,
I'm out here, dog. I'm out here, dog. I got the Buc-ee's shot glass too.
Yeah, Buc-ee's.
All right, so just one. Let's see.
Yeah, why not?
All right, real quick. She wants to know favorite trait a woman can possess.
Ooh, possess. I'll go on this one because usually I had the first couple let you go. Possess. There's a lot of people out here, especially women, and I've only learned this over the last few years from people like you, from my other single brothers, that like cooking isn't a thing anymore. I could stand corrected if you tell me, but all of a sudden women forgot that, let's not sound sexist, but cooking is a part. Taking out the trash is us, cooking is you,
Right.
and other household things that you do around the house. I feel like cooking is still an essential thing
It's a
that
lost art.
a woman, yeah, right? It's like something that our grandmothers or grandmothers always had to do, and I get it. It goes back. But cooking is an essential. And I don't mean warming up food. I don't mean throwing in a TV, a hamburger helper, whatever it is. I mean, like, cooking from scratch a little bit. So quality of cooking for sure. Cleaning in my household, I do most of the cleaning. So that's kind of, for me, that's what I like to do, or I like to have control over it. But that cooking thing is kind of a lost art, like you just said.
Yeah,
But
especially for us Hispanic people, it's a big necessity there.
yeah, like head rubs, little, like you said, the Hispanic in us, we want shoulder rubs, we want head rubs, we want to be a little coddled when needed. That doesn't make us soft.
For sure.
That doesn't make us soft though. So be aware.
Yeah, like
That's
Drake
all I
said,
got.
know that I don't make music that don't get pussy, but that don't ever mean
pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, what's your spin on that?
A fat ass? No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna go physical, but I felt like, you know what? Let's change it up. I was gonna go like,
oh shit.
Her other questions, we went very physical, so I figured I'll add that part to it.
No, I mean, for me, it's got to be like just determination or like drive. Like, don't just like want to be like. There's a lot of women out here that think they're this quote unquote like they could be the stay at home, lady, or how some like to say trophy wife. Nah. A lot of you ain't trophy wife material. So let's stop with that. Like, I'm not out here saying that like I want to be chilling at the crib and I want my girl to be doing all the work. No, like 50-50, bro. Like that's what, relationships should be, and compromise. And I'm not gonna be out here busting my ass every day to, you know, handle everything in a relationship. Like if you wanna not want to, but if you're putting in some effort and doing your own thing and taking care of your own shit and doing everything like that, that's just, hey, that that gets me more than some other things, if you know what I'm saying.
Shit. The other
So
things are just standard at some point. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like everybody could do it. It's like a standard across the board. It's the intangibles. It's the the how you move in the needle, how
yeah.
you move in
If you got some
the meter.
hustle, have some hustle, like do some extracurricular activities and shit like that. Don't just be basic, bro. No one likes anybody that's basic. Like, come on. Like
Nah,
whether you got your own business or do side stuff, that's cool. That includes OnlyFans, selling feet pics, shit like that. Hey, look,
shit.
I can't
Send
knock the
Bob's.
hustle.
I'm
Dog, I
telling
was
you,
so
it's
confused at that shit at first
yeah.
because I
First,
didn't have my Instagram updated, so I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this note shit?
shout out the Instagram notes. It makes me feel like we're back in that AIM AOL
BBM me.
lifestyle. You know, BRB got to go. Mom's got to use the computer type shit. You know what I mean? Can't stay on. You know, you put a song lyric on that away message. Let's see. Um, yeah, no, we have a boatload of Katie's of questions, so we'll try to sprinkle it in as we see them. But next question for LABtalk, not
You want to do
sponsored
one
currently.
more, or you want to do
We
two
got a
more?
couple. We got as I look at it, yeah, we got the top two on the screen that I'm
On
looking
the
at.
email. All
Yeah,
right,
you can
cool. So
sprinkle it
I
in.
got one from our boy Matt. Matt, real involved fan. He's in my DMs. He's always he listens. He's definitely one of our listeners. So shout out you, Matt. We appreciate that. We appreciate all the interaction. Pretty much UFC event, interim
282.
championship fight over the weekend ended in a draw. Kind of whack. No one wants to see a draw in any fight, let alone a
Never.
championship fight. So he pretty much wants to know, hey, how would you pretty much end a draw? Like, what would let's see, how could you implement a tiebreaker in UFC? Are there any ways to break ties that would be fun and entertaining, but would never actually happen? He
Mm.
goes like going punch for punch or slap for slap, bringing their trainers and having chicken fight or tie
Yeah, I
one
see
leg
that
to each
Dana
other.
White's been involved in that slap boxing. He's got a new promotion. You see a commercial for that on
Yeah, I did.
TBS?
I did see that. I did
So
see that.
yeah, imagine there's a draw. All of a sudden, you pull out a table, you put the elbows on the tables, and you start slapping
Slap
motherfuckers.
boxing
That'd be
each other.
crazy.
Yeah, that would be
What's
nuts.
your
But then
feeling?
actually,
What as we're on the topic before you get to his kind of question? Recap that fight, maybe the Patty the Batty fight because I was involved, and then tie it into his email on LABtalk.
yeah, no, I mean, definitely the event lived up to the hype, kind of, sort of. It was a pretty stacked card. Granted, we lost what would have been the main event with Glover and Yuri. Yuri fucked up his shoulders, so he's recovering from that. But I mean, there's got to be a way to. I don't know. Judges are just way too. I feel like some of these judges are biased. There's nowadays it's a lot more money involved than there used to be in the UFC. Let's say like
Mm-hmm.
before COVID. After COVID, UFC took off. So I don't know, man. That Patty the Batty and Gordon fight. I like Patty the Batty. I like what he brings to the UFC as a moneymaker, as promotion, as all that kind of stuff. But I don't think he won that fight. It didn't look like he won that fight. I thought it
Mm-hmm.
was going to be close. And then, I mean, Ankalaev and Jan Blachowicz, that fight was as close as I've ever seen a fight before. I mean, I thought Jan definitely won the first two, maybe three rounds, and then Ankalaev definitely held him down and won the last two, the championship rounds, you call them. But someone wins 3 rounds and you win 2, you won the fight, like that's how it goes. But it was one of the closer fights I've seen. Jan definitely did his thing with the leg kicks. He was kicking the fuck out of Ankalaev, and then I don't know why he didn't go for any kind of takedowns or whatnot when you're fighting someone, because his legs were wobbled. His legs were out of the fight. You could see it. But Ankalaev, he switched up and he went to the ground in rounds 4 and 5, and he held Jan down and did what he had to do on the ground. So it's tough to call. Me just watching that fight live, I thought Ankalaev won. I don't know.
Right. If you had to put like person A, person B, you didn't know who was who. You're just watching a fight. That's how you have to judge it.
Yeah, I thought Ankalaev won. He could have got away with round 1 and then 4 and 5, but I mean, it was as close as it can be. As far as how you break a tiebreaker, I mean, I don't know if they got kids, have their kids come into the octagon and fight against each other. That'd be cool, I don't know if they got wives or girlfriends, have their wives or girlfriends come out and fight each other. I don't know. There's really not much you could do with that.
It's a part of the game.
Yeah, ties are always going to be part of the game, except in baseball, and it just pissed me off that that's how they did it with the championship fight. Like, you can't do that with the championship fight. Like any other fight.
And it was an
cool.
interim, right? It was an
an
interim champion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So meaning we still don't even. So not only do we not have a champion, we don't have an intern champion. So it's damn, like what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah. So now we got Glover and Jamal Hill. For I don't even know. That's just the next light heavyweight. Light heavyweight's been in shambles since John Jones is on his cocaine hiatus.
It's funny because ever since I started, my brother was into John Jones back in the day when I was still heavy into boxing, Floyd Mayweather, and I think he has a picture with John Jones back when it was probably easier to get interviews or kind of get pictures with these guys. I think I remember him going out to New York City and having a picture randomly with him. But man, I'm excited. I said it a few episodes ago. I got to watch more John Jones highlights and his fights because I never watched a live John Jones fight ever.
Yeah, I think I've seen crazy. 1 or 2 back in the day with my brother, but that's about it. He needs to come back. I mean, it's crazy saying this because it's the UFC and it's like crazy every weekend, but the sport needs a little bit of shakeup, and I think he's the guy to do it. And we have our last card this weekend, so everyone lock the fuck in.
Oh yeah. Next question, Ariel.
My boy AB, shout out AB, DJ AB, A to the B, doing his thing up in Brooklyn. He wants to know what's up, how y'all doing? He wants to know which young NBA team do you think has the most potential, and 2, what do the Miami Heat need in order to win a championship? What pieces do you think they're missing? He goes, sorry, I know y'all want more than sports, but that's what I got right now. Much love. Keep killing it.
Love it. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, AB. Absolutely. You want to go or I go?
I'll go first because I'm looking at it now. First question is, what young team has the most potential? Obviously, my first thought is with the Thunder, only because they got Chet on deck to come back. That's
actually his favorite team too.
You know what I mean? There you go.
I think that's why he asked that question.
Perfect answer. They got Gillis Alexander, obviously a stud, and then they got a lot of pieces around, and then they have fucking like 20 first-round picks over the next 10 years. Right. So my first pick is gonna go. They're going from ground zero right now. They're 11-17, which they don't. If they could withstand the next year or two, they're going to be what New Orleans is doing now with Zion. I guess that leads me to my next one, Zion, New Orleans. They got the 3rd best record, 18-9. That team has been doing what the Thunder have been doing for the last few years.
First place in the West, right?
First place in the West. Losing, getting healthy, bringing over top talent. And then I'll make it 3, just 4. Another young team. Let's put another. Indiana Pacers. I've seen them. Man, I know they're gonna trade Miles Turner this year just because re-signing him doesn't make sense. but they got hoopers, bro. They got Buddy Hield, they got Halliburton,
Yeah, they got a lot of bucket getters.
they got Benedict Mathurin. Man, they got guys that could score and could do other things other than score, rebound, assist. So I like that team a lot in the East. Those are my top 3 teams. You could go.
Nice. Yeah, no, I definitely was gonna say the Pelicans just because they didn't have it all together the last like year or two, without Zion. Like that's a huge piece. Like he was the number 1 overall pick, and he
For
was
real.
the biggest coveted draft, like prospect in a while.
Huge.
But I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. Shit, I like the Pacers too, but this is gonna sound crazy and just like out of this world. But the fucking Knicks, bro. The Knicks
Did
have
not see that coming.
they won 5 in a row. They're doing their shit with Jalen Brunson. They got RJ Barrett. Like if he puts things together, Mitchell Robinson is still young. Like Brunson has helped that team a lot, and I mean more than I thought he would because he was coming off last year. Like he was hooping last year, especially in the
Hmm.
playoffs. But he was also had Luca on his team, so you're like, oh, how much can he really do? What can he really bring to the table? And he's definitely switched that team around. Shit, T Wolves, Minnesota. Ant Edwards is a fucking problem. You got
Yeah.
Cat if he can stop being soft and just play basketball. Rudy Gobert, those two down in the post is nuts. You got D'Lo. I watched their game last night. D'Lo is a huge piece, if you think or not. Like they looked out of sorts last night without D'Angelo Russell. He's that
Mm.
glue guy. And
Yeah.
that's why he's your point guard. And then last, like fucking Grizzlies, bro. I feel like
I
that
was
team
gonna
is
go with
just
Grizzlies, but I felt like they
yeah,
were in the now more than the
yeah.
working way up.
Yeah.
That's a good pick,
No,
though.
they are more now, but but they're still like a super young
Still
team.
super young, super
Yeah.
young.
So I mean, you got Ja, you got fucking Dylan Brooks, who I'm not a fan of. You got Desmond Bain,
Mm.
but like they get it done. I mean, we saw how far they can go in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Of course they ran into the Warriors, but they who eventually ended up winning the chip. But Grizzlies, those top 3 teams, bro, like you can't go wrong with any of them, and they're all in the fucking West too.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
except the
only other
Knicks. My
team
fault.
I might have went with, like the other top 2, you got Orlando that has a misfits of toys, I call them, because they got a bunch of first round picks on their team, but they can't stay healthy.
Yeah,
Houston Rockets, they got a bunch of first round picks coming up from the
right.
Nets from a bunch of trades. So and then Sacramento, they're doing good too. Right now they're 15 and 12. So dude, I'm telling you, the parity in the NBA is really nice to see.
Yeah, everyone got tired of fucking LeBron running shit, and they're like, you know what? We're about to do some shit.
Other
And
part of that email, what do the Miami Heat need in order to win the championship? What pieces or piece do you think are missing? And I'll let you take that one real
they
quick.
need a fucking bucket getter. And I'm not even talking about Tyler Hero, who's been hooping, but they need that Jason Tatum type guy. Like, fuck it. Like, uh, obviously, any team, if you're a fan of any team, you're going to say you need Jason Tatum on your team, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
I feel like as a team, we have good scorers, like, but they're not scorers. Like, you have Jimmy who can give you 30 on any given night, but he doesn't score like that. You have Bam who can give you 30, but he doesn't, for whatever reason, he doesn't like, I don't know. And then you got Tyler, but he'll give you 30, but he'll also give up 30. So it's like, you need that. Like, that's what we've been missing since Prime D Wade. We haven't really had that guy that can just put his head down and go get you a bucket. And that's what the game's about nowadays. It's not really
Mm-hmm.
about like, ball movement and shit like that anymore. So I mean that's really what they need. I don't know how they're gonna make that happen or who they can give away or whatnot because players we have under contract right now aren't that enticing as for trades and shit like that. But they need a guy that can go out there and give you 25, 30 every night and light it up.
Yeah, they don't have that, huh? They don't. I think they're
We haven't had that
they're
for a
such a
while.
great team. You guys have such a great team as far as the flow and identity and the coaching and system. You guys are, and that's the negative about having something like that. When I mentioned those positives, the one piece that's missing from saying what I just said is scoring. Go get a bucket, put it in this guy's hands, and
Yeah,
he's going to go get you 10 points straight. Um,
yeah,
which I like to watch. I enjoy to watch more Miami Heat basketball only because I love to watch everything I said a positive about you guys. And I just bought tickets today for the Nets Miami Heat on January 8th on a Sunday,
oh
which I'll be
nice.
there. That'll be fun. But I do like to watch. But it also comes down to the last few minutes of the game. I can't argue. You guys have been better than the Brooklyn Nets have been over the last 5 years, and we've done everything we could since. And you guys done a lot more calculation. So it's gonna be interesting to see if you guys make moves, whether it's Bam, whether it's Hero, like guys that you want but have a good contract that you could still trade.
Correct. Yeah, no, I mean that's what it comes down to, and I don't. I mean, everyone's like always throwing these trades out. They're like, oh, Duncan Robinson and this guy. Like, no one fucking wants Duncan
No,
Robinson for
that Duncan
$24 million
Robinson deal
a
is
year, bro.
not
Like,
sexy right now.
no. So I get it. I mean, I can't be upset about it, but that's what they need. They need
Yeah,
that
for real.
Bradley Beal,
Yep.
Brad Beal, like shit. I don't know, fucking Donovan Mitchell would have been great, even though I'm not a huge fan of him, but someone like that could just be clutch and get you a bucket.
We'll see. December 15th is what we're recording it on today, and December 15th in the NBA schedule is the first day that free agents or guys that sign deals in the summer are now available to trade. So you're going to see some trades from now until February, and we'll see some action. Stay with sports, and then we'll go reverse like we did been doing this episode. We'll do reverse. Normally we do like some entertainment and fun in the beginning, then we do sports, shout outs, lab talk. We're doing it in reverse. um I'll just stay with what's coming up on this weekend. World Cup, Argentina, France, Messi, uh
Mbappe.
Mbappe. Yeah, it's a slugfest. It's a powerhouse. Top 5 countries in the finals, which we wanted. Morocco, shout
That's
out
what you want.
Morocco.
Yeah. Shout out Morocco for real.
Shout out
Yeah.
Morocco, even though
Fucking great run.
they met a bigger, powerful force. Croatia, a team that made it 4 years ago and has great players on their team, world class players, couldn't get past Argentina. And what did you think about the games? Did you get to watch it? Obviously during the week.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of both games, and I mean, fucking Messi, bro. Like, people are gonna say what they want to say about him, like, he gets his goals off PK or this and that, but yeah,
They
that's
all
neither
do.
here.
They
Yeah,
all do. You can't
that's
say that.
neither here. Yeah, that's neither here or there. This guy, like, just this shit he's been doing. Like, I've been more impressed with his fucking passing. Like, that assist he had in the Netherlands game, bro. What? Fucking out of this world. Like, how he nutmegged the defender and got it through, and like, nasty. And then the assist he had last game where he's in the corner running down and he just breaks down the defender. Like, defender did everything he could do, like textbook. But you're fucking going against Messi, the best in the world. And just want to say that I did pick Argentina to win it all. Like,
You
knock
did. I
on
picked
wood.
Spain or Brazil, and
Yeah,
both defeated. So shout out
but
you. Shout out
yeah,
you.
I don't know shit about soccer though. And I mean that. Hey, no, shout out Croatia. Shout out Modric. Like, he's world class, bro. This guy, he's been around for a
That's my
while.
guy.
Yeah,
Since I've
and
watched Real Madrid in soccer, he's all I've
yeah,
known. So
yeah. I love playing with him on FIFA. Like, that dude is nuts. He does what he has to do. And then fucking France and Morocco, bro. Like you said, Morocco. Like, no one expected them to be there,
yeah,
and
they
they
held
played.
their own even in
Yeah,
an L.
Yeah, they played great defense. Like that last like few like 6 minutes in stoppage time,
That was fun.
that out, bro. I put money on no third goal. I was I was going kind of
Jesus.
crazy there,
That is kind of
because
crazy.
it was looking like they were about to score, but thankfully they did it. And I mean, France, bro, like a lot of people had France going to the finals, and they look. I don't think they look as good as Argentina. I think Argentina is just on another level right now, and I think they're gonna finish it off, bro. I think Messi's gonna do what he has to do and just
Yeah.
get that dub, bro. Like that's the only thing he has left. That's all he needs.
It's
I
the
mean,
only
really,
thing. He's won
like
everything.
yeah. So
8 years ago, he lost to Germany. That was the
yeah,
first World Cup that I really watched. I watched World Cups
Higuain
prior,
smoked
but
him.
that was yep. And this is his time. And if I've always been a Ronaldo guy because of Real Madrid, and that's what I knew watching soccer. So I was kind of biased in that regard, definitely biased. But I definitely support the goats and the history and the legacy of players more than anything. I always rooted for Peyton Manning's of the world, Tom Brady, low key. When it came down to uh, if they weren't playing against my team, I always root for legacy. This game, Sunday, 10 a.m. World Cup, France, Argentina. I will be rooting for Messi just to watch that craziness. France got it
I think you gotta have to,
Yeah,
because
right.
unless you're French, bro, you don't want to see a team go back to back. And Mbappe already got one, bro. Like he's young, he's got two or
Yeah,
three more.
I got a couple
Like
guys on from Real Madrid. Benzema is one of them, and then we got a couple guys on their team, young guys that will probably be in it on the French team.
that's
But
crazy, and he's not even playing either, Benzema.
yeah, he's healthy now. I think he'll be available, but he won't play. They won't put him in unless an injury happened or something. But let's go Messi. Let's see. Let's watch something brilliant. Let's watch something great. That's what I'm
Yeah,
always up for.
and then you got the third
Pause.
place game too,
Oh
Croatia and
yeah, we got
Morocco.
that.
What is that,
Yeah, that's what I
Saturday?
love about soccer. They always do third place games, which in North America sports you don't think of it like, oh, whatever, they're playing to like play third loser. That means a lot, bro. Like it means a
Yeah,
lot.
no,
Like
for
it's a
sure.
final standings in the World Cup. Like the World
Yeah,
Cup. Like that year you finish third or you finish fourth. That fucking
right.
matters to people.
Of
You get a
course,
medal
for
or you
sure.
don't get a medal.
Yeah, yeah. No, I like the idea of that. I mean,
Love the
I don't
idea
know
of that.
why more sports don't do it. I think it's
100%.
just how it's set up, but no,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
with
one
it.
game
You know,
elimination, shit
go
like that.
Morocco,
Hey,
go
shout out.
Morocco, Doug.
Shout out for real. Let's see. Quick sport news. Kind of on the field, off the field. Kyler Murray out for the season. Smoked his knee.
Yeah,
That
ACL,
sucks.
non-contact too.
Any other? There's not been much. Obviously teams we got right now. We're recording this on Thursday night. San Fran, Seahawks. San Fran's up 7-3. That's a big game. That whole
Yeah,
division's a big. Every game's a big game. But myself, the Giants have the Commanders coming up, which is bullshit because the Commanders played us 2 weeks ago, then got a bye, and then are playing us now. So
it's a
they
national
literally
TV game
had
too.
they had 1, 2, they had 3 weeks to prepare for us for 2 games. Collusion.
I
What do
don't
you,
like that.
who do you
I
guys have
I,
up?
I don't
I
like
don't
how they
like it
do like
either.
back
What
to
the
back
fuck is going
games and
on?
stuff like that.
3 weeks? You got two
Yeah,
weeks to prepare. Like, come on.
yeah. No, we got the Bills on Saturday night.
Mm,
This might be our
mm.
second, third game losing streak this year.
You guys are
Believe it or not.
playing every week as a playoff,
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. I'll never be able to forgive this team if we start off 8-3 and we don't make the playoffs.
Mm.
I think we're gonna make the playoffs. I think we're gonna sneak in. Because after this we have the Packers at home on Christmas Day, and then we have the Pats and Jets. I don't know what order, but I know that's our last two games. Both are winnable games. Those last three should be winnable games. I mean, they are winnable games, but we got the Bills on the road. It snows in Alabama too, as my quarterback said. But that Chargers game on Sunday night was a game that you had to win just to feel good about yourself and get a win on the road on prime time, especially after losing the way you did against San Francisco the week before. But I don't know, man. Tua has been just a second or two off his throws. They were knocking Tyreek Hill off, his routes early. They did what they had to do, and kind of the Niners showed a little bit of a script for how to, not beat us, but slow us down a little bit. I think we need to get to running the ball more.
Change it up a little bit.
Run the ball. Yeah.
And that's what it is about football. I'm learning about football. Obviously, the Giants haven't been relevant in 5 years. So, when I was watching them in the Eli years, it was a little different. We kind of had our identity, and that's what we are. But I'm learning in the NFL during a 18-week season, 16, 17 games, now that we have 17, you need to reinvent yourself every 5 games. Every few games, you got to shake things up. All of a sudden you did something for 12 games, 13 games. Teams are going to figure you out. Defenses are going to figure you out. So I think that's where Miami Dolphins are. And I think, obviously, your head coach, I think he's a fucking nerd as fuck. He'll figure that shit out for real.
The takeaway from that Sunday night game is football fans found out who Jalen Phillips was. That's what I'll say. That dude is a dog. He went to UM, so huge fan. Did his thing.
Fantasy football playoffs for most people or every person begins this week. This is day 1, or if you're listening to this on Friday, yesterday was day 1, Thursday Night Football. I'm in 3 leagues. I made it in 1. How about you? Yikes. 0
for 3,
all right.
man.
All right, 0 for 3.
Tough
hey,
year.
Always
Tough
next
year.
season, huh?
No, fuck that. I'm done.
You miscalculated a couple picks, huh?
I'm retired. No, I just had so many injuries.
I get it.
I'm retiring. I'm running that 1 league, and that's it.
I get it. Hey.
That's it, man. I'm so done with this shit.
We all,
fucking fugazi.
Passavagoli. NBA news, Curry out a few weeks. Nets play the Warriors next week, which sucks for NBA fans because they won't be able to see a healthy Nets versus a healthy Warriors, which would have been great. The new NBA regular season award and also playoff awards. Where the NBA is giving awards to the best record. I think they did literally everything, which I overall I enjoy. I enjoy celebrating the league, celebrating everything. But what I'm afraid of what it has become is like the Oscars and the Grammys, where you're giving an award to everything. And it's only to make more money. It's only to I expect because of all these awards, they're going to have a very long and drawn out show at the end of every season. So what I know is that the NBA has done this pure for money, which makes sense. But man, they have awarded every single action that you could award. I thought at first, the Michael Jordan. If you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing the Michael Jordan trophy awarded to the Kia. Make sure the Kia is in there. NBA Most Valuable Player. I get it. It's for money. But man,
it's like
that's not even Michael Jordan.
23.6 inches tall. And like the little diamond has
that looks like this right here. Look. That looks like this award right here. Look, bang. It's probably made with the same compound.
And then this is new, right? The NBA Clutch Player of the Year.
The awards I seen that they hired I forgot who it was. I read an article that they hired somebody pretty prolific in making these things. And man, I get why they did it. I like that they did at first they did the.
It looks like he's just stuck in he's iced.
Right?
Like he's in the ice.
He's
it's
frozen.
Preserved. Yeah.
Like as a kid, you took a trophy, you put it in a cup of water, and then you froze it. You know what I mean?
Fucking
Hakeem
Hakeem
Olajuwon,
Olajuwon,
which
defensive
is
player of the
like I
year.
said, I like the idea of it. I don't like that there's so many because I like that you're celebrating the past, bringing together the present. But man, you're overdoing it with how many awards you're doing. So I expect the NBA awards to be like the Grammys and the Oscars. I think that's why they did it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get why they did it. It's a neat idea, but like, bro, like no one that watches hoops nowadays knows who George Mikan is.
No, they don't.
Like,
I heard
you know,
George Mikan when I was 10 years old because they had a drill in basketball for all you hoopers out there. They had a Micah drill where you just like put it up on the hoop and you had to like rebound it, put it back, rebound, put it back on the other side. Like that was the drill. Other than that, I didn't know who he was. So
yeah,
same thing.
I don't know. It's
Quick.
whatever, bro. Like, I get it,
Good.
but at the same time, it's kind of whack.
Yeah, it's kind of forced, but quick baseball. Judge, since we last recorded, finally, boom, Yankee, make him a captain, sign 9 years, 360 million. Correa signs with the Giants, 13 years, 350 million. Woo! Bogarts goes
Sheesh.
from the Red Sox to the Padres. Not sure if Tatis is going to be moved. They have literally Machado at third, who's a shortstop. They got Bogarts now that's a shortstop that has to play second. Tatis Jr. that's a shortstop that will play shortstop. So it's going to be very interesting. And right before we came and recorded this, the New York Yankees signed Carlos Rendon to a 6-year, $162 million contract to be their second starting pitcher. Want to get that out the way. No comments necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's have some fun real quick before we end it. Free BG, Brittney Griner. If you've been listening to this podcast for the last, 9 months, 10 months,
283 days.
You know how much support we have for her.
Love
Talk
is
about
love.
it.
All right, look, man.
She's free. We traded her for a first-round pick, cash considerations, and somehow we got bamboozled.
We got hoodwinked. Hey,
we got hoodwinked. I like that word. Hoodwinked.
Let me get this out the way before I get called Christian McCaffrey. Oh, fuck. Before I get called names. I'm glad she's back. Okay? I'm glad she's home and she's safe. And
she's so brave.
You know, I'm glad that they got her here, but at what cost? This guy's name, his nickname is the Merchant of Death. They made a movie based loosely on his life called Lord of War with Nick Cage and Jared Leto. I just saw it for the first time the other day. Really good movie. Watch it. Check it out if you haven't seen it. We left a Marine in Russia, and it's just like, it's sad, bro. Like, there's an agenda, there's a narrative, there's something because of everything. Like, we went and got her because 1, she's a woman, 2, she's black, and 3, she's gay. Not that any of that stuff is bad.
The trifecta.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but the rest of the world is looking at us and they're like, what the fuck? They're laughing at us. Like, Russia's like, yo, we really just did this. Like, I can't believe they said yes to this shit. Like, we really asked them for this guy to come back and they agreed to it, which with the administration we have and the people that, run our country right now, I'm not in the least bit surprised, but it's just kind of, it's sad, bro. It's sad. I'm glad she's back home, but now Putin gets his guy back. And
My
Putin
man.
isn't the most rational person that there is. And, he's
I
like,
like that you're breaking this on Enter the Lab. Hey, by the way, he's not the most rational.
yeah, if you didn't know, so
I love it.
I mean, it's like Brady and Belichick getting back together.
Oh shit, that's a good reference. God damn, America just put the fucking dynamic duo.
Yeah,
that is true though.
I mean, I'm looking forward to see. I know someone's gonna get her for an interview. I want to see who. I'm excited to see that and for her to talk
Netflix
about
documentary, Hulu,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah. I did see that they shaved her locks. They gave
Well,
her that
no,
cut.
she shaved her locks because it was
She
getting too
shaved it?
cold.
Too
Yeah, it was getting
cold.
too cold.
They
It
were
was getting
probably
too cold for the
freezing up.
winter. It was freezing
Yeah.
her hair, so she called it.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just it's a bad situation all around. There's no winners in this. Well, I mean, Russia won, of course, but for us,
They
there's always
bamboozled
things.
us.
Yeah, there's always like something that they're gonna put out on national news and feed to the public and shit, so they can do other things that we're not really paying attention to, which is
Of course.
what it all really comes down to. But
All right. Well, free BG. We're glad she's home. Hey, if she's got to be home and safe because she got an unfair trial and sentence, and if we have to trade that for the Merchant of Death that sold 33,000 AK-47s
dog,
and
it was
rocket
like over
launchers.
1 million rounds of ammunition. Like, this guy sold everything possible.
Hey, that's what we have to do as Americans. We need to make it sometimes we need to make an unfair trade to make sure that democracy lives. Okay, brother? Free speech. Well, not free speech necessarily, but hey, we did the right thing. I don't want to hear it from you. We did the right thing. We traded an NBA or WNBA basketball player for an arms dealer that will forever sell arms to the countries that we'll fight against for the next 50 or 100 years. That's a fair deal, brother.
That's the first trade in WNBA history that we all know of.
End of story. Flex drop a bomb on it. That was fire. Thank you for that.
Fucking Victor Bout drop a bomb on it, bro.
I got some shout outs. You do some shout outs first. I'll wrap it up. Let's go. Shout outs. Shout out.
Shout out Buc-ee's, bro, for having the best fucking burritos known to man. Shout out their bathrooms. Super clean bathrooms.
Super clean bathrooms.
Yeah, super clean. Shout out Brock Purdy, dog. Mr. Irrelevant. I'm just saying that because the game's on right now. But, this guy just did what he had to do and came in, tore the Dolphins defense apart, beat Tom Brady. First rookie quarterback ever to beat Tom Brady. And he's looking good tonight. They're saying they're about to start calling him Big Cock Brock.
Oh, fuck. How dare you?
Shit, man.
That's your shout-outs?
Yeah, I can't think of anything
I
else,
bet.
like personal stuff. Shout out everyone for the questions. We appreciate it.
Yeah, keep them coming.
Keep flooding the questions.
Shout out
Keep
you.
them coming. Thanks, man.
I got a
Shout
couple.
out you too.
Shout out, or melancholy shout out, like PTI used to say, or it still says. RIP Mike Leach. On
Mike Leach. Yep.
Yeah, it was on Twitter trending, and people were like, "Ah, he's not dead." Da da da. But college coach, legendary quotes. He really didn't. If we had him on the podcast, he'd be that guy. You know what I mean? He'd be that guy that we could kick it with. You probably don't even need to know him. You just put him on, and he'd just be talking that talk. So that's how I know him. I don't watch a lot of college football.
You changed college game for sure. Absolutely.
Don't
That
watch a lot
area
of college
difference.
football personally, but I love to watch a personality. And at the age of high 50s, low 60s, if you were to tell me right now that I'll live to then, I'll be very disappointed in myself. So, as you get older, you start to realize that that 40, 50, 60 is like, damn, that's too close. Another shout out, which I've been a little controversial about it, was RIP melancholy shout out. RIP to Steven Twitch Boss, committed allegedly committed suicide. He's been that person that was the Energizer Bunny or dancer on Ellen DeGeneres. Had a great following on social media.
I have no idea who that guy was, to be honest with you. I'm just keeping it a buck. But R.I.P.
No,
him.
that's cool. And most people, if you're listening, will know.
I did see that he was dancing and making TikTok videos with his wife after their anniversary, like 2 or 3 days before he allegedly. Yeah.
And it's a guy that you've watched, and I'll play it for the people real quick. That was 3 days ago. And my controversy with it was, you never know what people are going through. But also, seek help. You're going through shit, have somebody in your life. I'm definitely stubborn. I'm definitely somebody that's, I definitely don't practice what I preach most of the time when it comes to something like this. But man, if I was going through something, I'm putting my guard down. I'm putting, pride to the side, ego, toss away. I'm trying to figure it out because killing yourself ain't it. Killing yourself is to self end yourself when you got, if you're by yourself and you got family, that's still not good. But especially you got wife, kids, no matter what the situation is, it's the most selfish thing you could ever do. And that's where my controversy comes from, where when I hear the news, I'm like, oh, fuck, that sucks. And then I'll let a few hours go. But then I go, damn, what a fucking asshole. It's not a great take. It's not a sexy take. It's not something you're going to put on a headline and going to promote. And I'm not trying to say it to promote it and be cool.
Asshole kills himself.
But I'm trying to be real. Where it's like, what an asshole. Yeah. So I got to say both. I got to say I feel for him. I feel his pain, whatever he was going to, because if it drives yourself to do what you did, damn, that takes a lot. Because I can't even think about the energy that would build up for that. So in one breath, I say, God damn, fuck, reach out to your people. You see something, you see your boy,
check on your friends.
Girl going through it, check up on your friends, like you said. But also, don't be an asshole. Know that when you're taking your life, it's not about yourself. Don't be selfish. Figure it out.
Hundo P.
Right? That's some real shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. It really is. And I mean, I'm with you on that. Just like, I don't really practice it too much, but just how I was raised and the religion I was grown up on, like, offing yourself, suicide, that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, there's no going back from that. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny, like, no funny shit, but that's, you got a lot of people that, whether you think it or not, or believe it or not, like, you're fighting your demons, but there's people out there that care about you, bro, and also, like, we say this kind of stuff, like, check on your people, check on your friends, and sometimes our friends do reach out to us, and they do say things, and whether in any kind of way, just their own way of saying it, and we got to be conscious enough and smart enough to know, hey, this person is reaching out to us. They're, if we're calling them our friend, if we're calling them our brother, if we're calling them our sister, we got to know how they're reaching out to us. Like, we got to be able to know, hey, they're just being funny, or hey, they're actually really, like, going through something. And don't just talk that talk, like, actually be about it and talk to your people and reach out to them. Like, hey, the simple text message, yo, how you doing? Is everything good? You got anything you need to get off your chest? Sitting there for 5-10 minutes listening to someone vent, bro, it's not gonna kill you. It's not gonna be the end of the world. And those 5-10 minutes that you offer to someone could change their day, could change their week, even their month, and could just change their mind from whatever they were thinking that they were gonna do in that given moment. So actually be about what you're saying and do that shit. Like, don't just say it, but figure shit out and be there for your people, bro.
Yeah, it don't cost nothing but time and energy and a little bit of effort to just be nice to the people. Imagine having to tell people to be nice to people they care about.
What
you know what I mean? It sounds silly.
What a time.
Right? What a time. It sounds so silly to be like, dog, if you care about people, just be nice to them. Like, and even if you don't care about them, just be decent. How about that? Just be that minimum bar. Just be a decent human being. But it lets you know that people on social media that are happy are all smiles. That are that's not the bar. The bar isn't, oh, he seems happy or she seems happy on social media. They must be happy.
No.
If that's how you're judging people's lives, first of all, you probably don't know them because it's social media. Yeah. But also, like, the people on social media that are showing the most happiness and the most
other ones,
yay, everything's okay. You should probably check on those people first.
Yeah, for real. No, absolutely.
Real talk.
Like, bro, whenever I used to, I know we're getting to the end of this podcast, but like, I just like, it hit me like, cause I haven't like traveled in a while, like for work and shit. And like, bro, just like going out of Florida and like when I used to travel when I was working with my other job, it like freaks me out. Cause like you get out of Florida and like southern parts of Georgia, bro, everyone is so nice. Like random strangers, like I'm walking down the street, bro, and random strangers are like, yo, have a good day. Or this, and that. Like, hey, how are you doing? I'm just walking down the street and I'm like, bro, what? Like, who are you? Why are you talking to me right now? And I gotta like flip a switch in my brain and be like, oh, I'm not in South Florida anymore. People aren't assholes everywhere I go. Everyone's not so entitled about their own opinion and their own life and just so caught up with themselves. Like,
yep.
And I have to think about it for a second. I have to be like, oh, thank you. You have a good day as well. Like, just like you said, just be nice. It's not that hard. It doesn't matter who you're talking to, bro. Like that interaction that you have with someone could change your day, like I said before, and that's a lost art as well. And we talk about lost arts, and that's a big one. I think we need to get back to the just random acts of kindness and just being nice for no reason and just being kind, because everything like nowadays is just meant to split people up, whether it be politics, religion, this whole BG shit, like whatever, bro. Like if we all just lock in and focus, we could accomplish a lot of things instead of just butting heads for the dumbest things. But that's what society wants.
I love it.
Cheers.
We'll end 53 on that. Last shout out, last end. I told my guy I'd do this. Shout out my boy Kyle.
Fuck do you have on your head, bro?
It's a helmet, dog. Shout out my boy Kyle. He's a glizzy enthusiast.
Hey yo.
Yeah, hey yo. That's all homo. No homo. All pause. My man gets into his hot dogs and sausages. Hey yo. But he filled this helmet with chicken fingers and popcorn. So I had to make sure when we went to the game, and I had to represent. Shout out my boy Kyle.
You Look just put it on your head straight.
This is the first time I see it on my head since I did it when I was drunk the other night, and it looks crazy.
You look like one of those things that they put on people's heads to make them look bald.
It does, right? All right. Well, anyway, we'll end it on. Oh, I can't. Oh.
Bro,
can't even get it on my head.
Stop.
We'll end it on that note. Hey, episode 53.
Going live next week.
We're going live next week. We're gonna
Send us questions.
Send us questions. We're gonna try to do it on. We're gonna try to do it on the anniversary date. I look at next week. I think we dropped episode 1 on the 22nd. Maybe we record on Tuesday or Wednesday. Anyway, listen to this. Share with your friends. Holler at us. Definitely sending questions for Enter the Lab hashtag LABtalk Gmail, and we'll have some fun for next week. Next week, 1 year anniversary. Enter the Lab with your boys, Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama. Enter the Lab. Exit the Lab. Peace. 1.